Hi, my name is Kaylin Hardy, and I'm a senior on the swimming and diving team at Tennessee. Because it's Mental Health Awareness Month, I want to share a little bit of my own journey. I was diagnosed with clinical depression and a minor generalized anxiety disorder my freshman year of college, but had unknowingly been living with it since I was about 16 years old. It wasn't until I started going to therapy regularly with the addition of antidepressants that I was finally able to get a grasp on what was going on in my body. I say body because that's what happens with mental health disorders. People may think that it's all in your head, or it's just a phase, or something that you'll just get over, but the way our brain is programmed affects our bodies just as much as our normal cognition does. By reaching out for help, I have been able to gather tools to use in everyday life. I have been substantially happier, and I'm finally beginning the process of coming off of my antidepressants altogether. Talking about your feelings is important, and mental health is just as important. Being supportive of those going through a mental disorder is also important. We need to take away the stigma, because one of my favorite quotes by Fred Rogers is, "Anything that is human is mentionable, and anything that is mentionable can be more manageable." When we can talk about our feelings, they become less overwhelming, less upsetting, and less scary. There are so many resources out there for us to use, even in these unprecedented times. It hasn't stopped me from my weekly therapy, and nothing should ever be a barrier to something as important as your own well-being is. The first step is so scary, but it can also be life-changing. Don't let yourself be the only thing that stands in your way to your own happiness. And finally, asking for help is not a weakness. It is courageous and brave. Being vulnerable is not a weakness either. It is a strength that only few know how to possess. You're not alone.